It is Christmas time at my mom's house. We've got the tree all set up here, looking nice, festive. All the presents. Looks like Santa's already been here. We've got the adult stockings all set up. And this is what Christmas looks like over here. What's up, guys? It's your boy Sham coming to you live from my mom's house. We are cooking a Guyanese specialty, some nice Pepperpot today. Before we get started, we got to thank all you viewers. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. We appreciate it. So this is my mom. This is her kitchen. We're going to get it going. So guys, we got to start out here. First, if you're making it real, you need cow foot. Check out this cow foot, Raza, how nice it is. She already cleaned it. It's already perfectly clean. Next, we got oxtail. You need some nice oxtail. Look at this oxtail, all the nice fat on it. All this fat's gonna melt down. And then we got some pieces of beef inside too. We got our cash drip all set. You can't have pepper pot without the pepper right here. So we got this going on. It's gonna be my mom's recipe. You're gonna walk us through how to do this?
Yep.
All right. Yep. She's going to teach us how to do it. So let's get started.
Okay. So we have two pressure cookers going. One is going to be for the oxtail and one's going to be for the cow foot. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here because we want to saute our onion. And I do add just 2 flakes of garlic, but I'm going to wait for that to heat up a little bit. And I have it here. The reason for cooking it separately is the cow foot has to lose all its water, and it also needs to be pressured a little longer than the beef. We're not going to do the beef too soft because at the end we have to add the two together for the final boil up. So let's start. Oh, this is working well. Nice and...
That's the perks of a gas stove. It heats up these things quick.
Yes. So Sham, if I'm gonna turn this up. Okay. So I wanted to tell you guys, I grew up with this Hawkins pressure cooker, and yesterday I treated myself to one. And I made oxtail curry this morning, and it was perfect. So for all of us in our old days, long ago days, here's our pressure cooker. So what I'm going to do, Sham, I'm going to add the the cow foot to this one. And I'm going to put the oxtail and the beef into that one.
Look at that, guys.
And now we've got...
all this is going to melt up. All this.
Here I have some thyme, some merriman poke, and I do have a flag of garlic. Some people don't use garlic powder or granulated garlic. I like to use the fresh one, and that really gives it a good flavor.
So both got Marman poke, thyme, and garlic.
So the ingredients is equal into both of them. It's just that we have to make sure that we have it cooked separately at the beginning. But there is at the end we have to put it together and add the calves rib so that it cooks really well. So there was some black pepper that I just put in.
That's some black pepper.
Yeah.
Got this.
We're gonna do a tad of cinnamon.
This is ground cinnamon?
Yeah, this is ground cinnamon. So it adds some flavor while it's cooking.
So she measures with her finger.
Yes.
So 2 finger measurements is what it is.
Yes, just for that quantity. A little bit of clove just for when it's frying up.
The clove right there. Clove. Give it a nice turn up.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's starting to brown a little bit, so we're browning it off.
So what we're going to do, Sham, is we're going to cover this so it loses its own water. And all of this great seasoning is going to soak in. And this is going to give it a really, really nice flavor. So when we do put it, and I keep saying when we put it all together, because at the end you will see what I mean.
So some people boil it down all together and it takes forever and ever and ever. We're using the pressure pots. And it makes it more soft. Oh, that already
Oh
smells
no,
good.
so you do pressure it, but you boil it down together at the end. That's
Yeah.
why you only kind of half cook it. You
Yeah.
don't, yeah.
Smells good already.
Okay. So this part here, Sham, we need the salt.
All right, so I got a salt because I'm making the lady use kosher salt and not her table salt.
So nothing is
So I'll
works
salt it.
without salt. So we do need salt. Um,
Okay, one of those, and then, well, here, I'll figure it out. Okay, so basically it's 2 teaspoons per thing.
okay.
So a little bit more. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
See, I would have measured with a teaspoon, so I know the measurement, but this should be good.
Okay. So there it is. That's the kosher salt. Um,
Kosher salt is
Salt
in.
is very important. Without salt, there is no going to be no flavor. So, so for this
And this one
beef,
gotta lose some water now. You see the salt in there, the seasonings, the cow
yeah.
foot. Then we got the beef,
What
same
I'm
thing.
going to do with the beef is I will add a little bit of casrib because it gives it a nice color, but we're not putting too much because at the end is when we really want to add
Yeah, add a little bit.
more casrib. So we're just putting a little bit just so that it browns it and gives the beef a nice color for now.
So this is the brand that we're using. Made in Guyana, right here. Oh, they got Pepperpot right on the cover. What do you know? All right, so we're gonna let this fry up, and we're gonna cover it. Is that what's happening? Or are we
Yes,
pressuring
we're
it?
going to no, we're going to fry it up. There's pressure in is going to be once it loses its water and so on, then you're going to pressure it a little bit. The beef we're not going to pressure too soft because remember we don't want it to loose up in the pepper pot, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
This here will be pressured a little longer, but for now, let it cook and simmer down.
Let it cook
Um,
down, guys, and we check it back.
One of the things we have to make sure is that it's always boiling hot water that you're adding to the cow feet. And the reason for that is because we don't want the cow feet to fold up on us. And it actually gets a little tougher if you were to use cold water. So we're going to use this is very hot boiling water that I'm putting in there. We're going to give it a stir and then I'll put the pressure cooker cover on.
Nice. So that's ready for pressure. This beef is boiling down. That's its own water that it's loose. It hasn't. We haven't added any. This one is getting all set to pressure. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Perfect. Remember, hot water, you put cold water, it's going to fold. You don't want it to fold. Look at all that juice jelly coming out already. Can't wait.
So this is my
How long are you pressuring for?
I would say let's give it about maybe 4 or 5 whistles, and then we can open it. And again, remember we
What do
don't
you mean
want
4 or 5 whistles?
like it blow like when the pressure cooker. You'll figure it out once it's going to whistle, and then stop. Keep boiling. Whistle. Stop.
Oh, yours is different from mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
4 or 5 whistle and stops.
yes, and then once, but it's not constant. Like it will give it.
Oh,
So
mine is
probably
constant.
about maybe 10 minutes. I want to say give and take, but we'll check it out to see how tender it is after. We really don't want it extra soft because, as I say, we're gonna mix it again at the end, and we want to make sure that there is room there for when we put the cast rib that it cooks into the oxtail and the cow feet. So if we have it too tender, it gets soft too quick and then it doesn't cook, it doesn't soak into the meat.
Okay,
So this way it soaks in. Yeah.
sounds good. So that's on. We gotta wait for it to start whistling.
Come and check out the color of the meat. So you see how lovely it looks.
It'll dry down too.
It's dried down. It's cooked with its own water. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of hot water, but I'm not gonna pressure this for too long. Okay. Um, Again, boiling water, just a little there. And we're
This
going
is
to
the pressure
cover.
pot that you
This
bought?
is the pressure pot that I bought, and I'm all excited about it. Works really, really well. And This is how you close this one. See? There you go. So
What kind of nonsense is this? All right, this is
yeah,
the lady's
I
new
always
pepper
wanted one, but I was
pot.
afraid that I wouldn't know how to use it. And then now that I have time with my life, I actually can experiment with it.
Okay, well, sounds good. We have this one going off. This one is going off. So that's what she means by it just stops and goes off and shuts off. Mine just whistles all the time. All right, let's check this out. It's off the pressure now.
So now that the cow feet has pressured, you can see the nice color it has. It's got some seasoning on it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to mix it with the oxtail and add our extra ingredients or other ingredients to it. And you'll see um, the finishing touches.
All right, so what? This thing's done now?
This one here, yeah, almost. One last whistle.
Oh, you got to pull it up. Oh,
Yeah, you gotta pull it. Well, I mean, yeah, to let the steam out because you don't want to open it with the steam.
that smells good already, guys. Food is almost ready to join together.
So now that the cow feet is cooked, the we want to say, the water that it loses is out of it. It smells really good.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, this is ready to go. We just have to make sure there's no steam, otherwise it's not. We don't want it to blow up in our faces, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's look at that.
Oh, this smells good.
Yeah, it's already has some cashew and stuff in it. See?
So
Looks
this
really good.
has to mix with this
Yep,
and
so
the
we're
next
gonna
big
get our big
pot.
pot.
All right, Charity dumped the cow foot in. Got all that going in. Mix it all in one big pot now. Get it over the sink so it didn't
We want to get all of our seasoning, guys,
spill up
because we
everywhere.
don't want to waste any.
All right, so we got both into the same pot now.
Yeah, so now we're ready to add our additional thyme, and I've got a little bit of Merriman poke in there. We're going to put a
Cinnamon.
stick of cinnamon, some cloves. We do have our pepper, but I'm going to wait until I add the hot water, and we have to make sure the hot water is going sham.
So we didn't hot up the water. We got to hot up the water.
There is no pepper pot without cashew, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw this whole bottle in.
Use the whole bottle.
Yeah, the whole bottle. I find that because we have a big pressure, a pot, the liquid is going to be really, really nice. And
So that's how much you do. Use the whole thing.
yeah, I'm going to put my kettle water in there to rinse it out.
All right, so now we'll just rinse it out. All right, so the water's now boiled.
We want to make sure we don't waste any of this cashew. So I'm just going to put some water in there and give it a good stir, and we're going to get everything out of this bottle, and you'll see how clear it becomes after. So there we go.
All right, so that's what it looks like now. Got nice color. It's got nice smell.
Yep.
And
So
this just boil?
this is going to boil, and this could boil like for over 2 hours. We'll just boil it until everything is tender together. Not on high. I'll put it on low. In that way, it doesn't rush it, and everything soaks in. So there we go. The bottle is empty.
All right, so we got this whole pot good now, guys.
And we do have some peppers. It's not a pepper pot without some peppers.
We got 5 where we going in.
Yes. So now it's just, I'm going to cover it, let it simmer. You can see all of the nice seasoning here, guys. I'm just, if you want to take the other spoon, Sham, you can see the seasoning.
No, I can see it.
You can see it because we've got some good seasoning going on here. And this is all going to cook down nice and flavorful. And on Christmas Eve, we're going to have it with some nice Guyanese flatbread.
So I won't be here Christmas Eve, but I will have this Christmas morning. So
There
this
you
is
go.
all set. All right, it's set. We let it simmer a couple hours,
Yeah.
and that is it. We wait. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let me see what it looks like first.
So here's a
That smells good.
yeah, here's an ingredient. If you have brown sugar, you can add it. I don't have brown sugar, so I'm going to do a little bit of white sugar, but that's just going to also help with a little bit of the bitterness from the casrip. The sugar really makes it, gives it a nice flavor. So that's all you need to put, not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. That was a whole set.
No, that's just a sprinkle. I
So
didn't,
a sprinkle.
not even
Give it a
quite,
nice stir up here. Look
not
at
even
this.
quite a teacup.
You can see the color already coming through.
Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah.
So it's all coming together now. So how long more? Another hour and a bit?
Oh, this got a while more. If to speed things up, if I wanted, I could also put on the pressure cooker cover on this one a little bit. But it's just that when it boils and boils, it everything soaks into the meat,
Yeah, it
and
tastes way
it's
better.
way better, way
So
better. So let's take our time. There's no need to rush. We're not eating it until tomorrow morning. We're going to make some cabbage rolls. In here, I have raw ground beef. I have cooked rice, but what I did is I didn't make the rice very soft because it is going to continue cooking in the oven. I have here some thyme, some Merriman pork, and some onions. We're going to add that there along with some black pepper.
why are you putting the
Now,
black pepper on your hand and just set it right in?
because I have to look at it, I have to make sure that it doesn't come out too much. A little bit of salt. We're not putting too much salt, and the reason for that is because I did boil the rice with a little bit of salt, but I also have soya sauce that I'm going to be adding, and soya sauce can be very salty, so important not to have it too salty. In here, I'm going to add an egg. I'm going to add it shortly. That's my binding ingredient. And then what I do is I make little loaves, and I'll show you what I do with the cabbage shortly. Um,
So we just gotta mix this up for now then,
we got
right?
to mix this up for now, but we need an egg that I'm going to be adding to this. I just want to mix this in first really well, so the ground beef gets evenly distributed before I do my egg.
So we got the egg in.
Yeah, we got the egg in, and we're just going to slowly beat it into the mix here.
All right, so we
And
mix that up and we wait for the next step.
yeah, so I'm making my little loaves for the cabbage roll because once the cabbage is boiled and a little tender, I'm able to roll it in the leaf. But again, you'll see that
So you can
whole
make burgers like
process.
this too, guys.
Yeah.
Rice beef burgers. That might be my next
Oh,
dish.
I think the rice might burn.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll see
not
what happens.
sure.
All right, so
Yes.
we gotta parcel all this off. We gotta boil this cabbage, and then we gotta roll them. So she's got some work to do because I ain't able with this.
Okay, we finished our loaves. We're gonna leave those. But in the meantime, I'm steaming the cabbage. And what will happen is as it tenderizes, each leaf we're going to take out, it needs to be a little softer, but I just want to give you an idea how easy it comes apart. And we're going to roll those loaves into, um, you know, each, what is it?
You want me to roll it?
Leaf?
Because you know I'm good at rolling.
Yeah, you can roll, but let's wait at let's wait for it to tenderize. It hasn't started yet.
All right, so we'll see if I
But
can roll one of these,
yeah,
and
we
we'll see
need
what
yeah
happens.
we'll get our toothpicks out and we'll have it all set and ready for when these are tender because you have to do them while it's still warm, so that we can get the bind and it can keep on rolling. Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so it looks like this is ready to be peeled.
Okay, guys. So we've got one, two, three. It's coming along.
So you just basically do this for the whole cabbage?
We do that for the whole cabbage, but we don't do it all at once because this inner part takes a little longer to steam. So whilst we do these, I mean, that can stay there. If we have too much cabbage whilst we're rolling, we can actually cut some out. Otherwise, it's just a lot of cabbage. So just to show you on this one, I just need a knife. Um, I'm going to start the process and I'm going to roll it from this way, right? So right there, I'm going to cut this off. And the reason for this is that we don't want to have it too thick. And then there is less rice and meat inside, and it's just too much of cabbage. This is what I do, and this is my technique. And there we have one cabbage roll.
I'm going to try doing one. I'm going to do one.
Okay, would you like to do this one?
Yeah, I will. All right, guys, let me try this out. I'm wearing my headphones because I've been starting
don't
to
cut
edit.
the countertop.
I'm going to go like this first. Let me see if I can do this. Now I'm going to roll.
There, you're doing it right.
I'm going to go in the sides first.
Yep.
And then I'm going to finish this off like that.
Oh, I think that looks neater than mine.
So that's my roll, guys.
Okay, you can put one toothpick or two, depends on.
I'm putting one right through. Look at
That's
that.
it.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
That's how you roll.
That's like sushi for us, FIS.
All right, guys, so these cabbage rolls are all rolled. She already started pouring the tomato juice, but look at this.
We have the oven preheated at 375. I'm going to start off with 2 hours and then I'm going to check it because remember, guys, the ground beef is raw. So it's very important that we give it a lot of time for cooking. And I'm making sure that I use the Heinz tomato juice. Thanksgiving, I used a different type of juice, and Shamir did not like it at all. I did not get great reviews, so I'm making sure that I go back to the original recipe. And this recipe is from his grandma, Bida. She taught me how to make cabbage rolls, and I know Alim loves it at Christmas time. I think it reminds him of his mom, so I always make it. So that's a good thing.
Check this out. These are all good, so she's pushing them down, make sure they got room.
Yes.
I like when the tomato sauce gets nice and thickened up on it.
Oops.
All right, so we're going to get this in the oven. What are we baking at?
Okay, we're baking at 375. We're going to start off with 2 hours. If you want to open that oven for me.
Let me open the oven.
Please. Okay, thank you.
All
okay,
right,
that's in.
Covered.
Now, for the Pepperpot, I want to give a shout out to my sisters for helping me. So between Swabi and Abida, I got the ingredients. Like I know that I do make it every year, but it's always good to double check just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Now in Guyana, they do not put onions, and that's because it's quite warmer there. So I mean, things get spoiled a lot quicker. Over here it's cool, it's nice and cool in the house. I add onions, and this again, as I said, will be done by Christmas Day. It's all finished, so there is no time for anything to spoil. So shout out to Abidan Swabi, thank you very much, appreciate it. And now I need the bread. Who is going to help me to make the flatbread, or maybe I'll just go buy the flatbread. So this is the cabbage roll after 2 hours. And what we're going to do is slightly turn them. I'm not going to make them crush. And then we'll put it back into the oven.
All right, so my mom is taking out the beef, the oxtail pieces out of the pepper pot so it doesn't mash up. And we're going to still cook this down for more and more hours. In the oven, we have the cabbage roll still going, but it's time for me to go home. So I'm going to do my taste test on Christmas morning. You got anything to tell the people, Mom?
This looks really good. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe. And I wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and all the best in 2026.